warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today's subject that I wanted to discuss, as you can see, is what exit marking with a focus on the NFPA 101. But there are other NFPA which also specifically require exit signs. So we'll cover that briefly towards the end. The scope of presentation today, which is short, about 1 hour, but we'll do the discussion for half an hour, then the rest of half an hour will be case studies and question and answer. So I'll cover these 3 points: basic requirement, the review of actual site installation, and case studies. NFPA 101 clause, as shown, states the following requirement. Basically, exits need to be provided with exit sign. Exits, okay? However, in this clause, it gives discount, okay, dispensation for main exterior door that is obvious and easily identified, okay? Now, if you can see that if you go to any building, schools, offices, shopping mall, even if the door doesn't have exit sign, you know that that is an exit door because you enter from that building, you enter from that door into the building, and obviously, naturally, you will go out from that door, okay? I don't think if you go into a building, which is a main entrance, glazing, sliding door, and then during an evacuation, you are hesitant. Is that an exit door? Because there's no exit sign. Okay, so NFPA 101 on this clause gives you a logical way of not requiring to provide exit sign because the entrance is so obvious. You go in there, you get out from there. Okay. So looking at this clause, I share 3 photos. On the left side is clearly a door glaze entrance, and also is external. So if you get into the building through this door, it's obvious you are going to go out from this door. The door swing will be another issue. Okay, the door swing is not related to exit. Okay, not all exit need to have a door swing in the way out. Not, it depends on occupant load and also whether it's an exit stair. So this door has no exit sign, I'm fine with it. The next one has a staircase, so it's an exit, but it's not an exit door, which is main entrance and external. The one on the right, rightfully is not required, but it has been installed, so it's fine. If you are providing exit sign on the exterior exit door, it's fine. Okay, it's not wrong, but it means you exceed the requirement. These are 3 simple illustrations from NFPA on the expected placement of exit. Okay, if you are going to provide exit signs differently from this, then you need to ask yourself, is the intention met? Okay, so with these 3 illustrations, NFPA is just showing us this is how the intention of having exit signs are met. So you have a corridor here. Can you see my cursor? Brian, is my cursor?
Yes, I can see your cursor.
Okay. So you have a straight corridor going out that way, because assuming that this door is not a main entrance external, so you need to provide exit sign. Then if you're going this way, okay, you can see the placement of the exit sign. Likewise, for if you have a 3-way going into an exit door, sorry. So you need to provide like a T. The next clause relates to horizontal exit. Okay, horizontal exit is basically an exit stair, but in a horizontal way. Okay, so every requirement of exit stair, which is we all know vertical in nature, must apply to a horizontal exit. Okay, so horizontal exit, then you have it like this. Okay, you have one exit at the staircase here, one exit here, and one exit here. The clause says in a horizontal component of exit egress path within exit enclosure shall be marked with exit or directional exit. You can see I provide one directional exit here. Okay, why? Because if a person comes out from this staircase, follow my cursor. Okay, if there is no exit sign here, then he may want to go over there. Okay, is this the right staircase? No, the right staircase is this one, not that one, because these two are staircases going through this exit and entering into the final exit. So you need to provide one here with the directional arrow going that way. Okay, you don't need to put exit sign here. Neither that you should put exit sign here, because I will explain later how this additional sign not required, because uh, there is no. If you look at this clause, it says where the continuation of egress path is not obvious. Okay, so if you are in this way, even without the exit sign here, the way is quite obvious. You don't have any other way but just following the corridor. But here is different because you have two way, so the egress path is no longer obvious. So therefore, you have to put one sign. Okay. The next is exit access. What is exit access? Exit access is a component of means of egress that brings you from a room towards your final exit. Let's say exit door or exit stair. So that bit between where you are and the exit, okay, is called exit access. So this clause 7.10.1.5.1 says exit access must also be provided with sign if the way to the exit is not clear, it's not apparent. Once again, the focus is if going to that exit is not clear, not obvious. So I provided this example. As you can see, I am standing in a location where I can actually see the final exit. The final exit is the circle on the right. Okay. Rightfully, I do not have to have those two additional signs because I can see the final exit. So in this case, there are two additional directional signs, which in my opinion, a bit overkill. But if it has been provided, it's fine. Okay. Perhaps once it has been provided, you can't do much because it has been provided anyway. But for an assessment during a design, perhaps the designer may consider this. Okay, so I have to look at structure, obstruction, furniture. If there isn't any such of that, then it can be easily assumed, or from that particular spot, you can actually see the exit stair or exit door. Okay. The next one is related to corridor. Yeah, corridor, as we all know, is a passage which can be enclosed or open-sided. Okay, open-sided means is external corridor. Internal corridor is enclosed. Okay, don't confuse corridor with exit passageway. That they look the same. Okay, except exit passageway has requirements of exit stair. But anyway, in terms of the application for exit sign related to corridor applies to both corridor, the regular corridor, and also exit passageway. Okay. So here it says the distance, viewing distance of signs in a corridor, maximum 30 meters. However, this 30 meters is determined based on the standard exit sign size. Okay. If the sign becomes smaller, okay, I'm sure during the course of our work, we have came across various sizes of exit signs, some bigger, some smaller. Okay, so if the signs are smaller than usual, then the visual distance is no longer 30 meters. Okay, it could be 15, could be 20. Okay, so if you have a sign which is smaller, where the visual distance is say 20 meters, then you cannot use 30 meters. It must be whichever is less. So in this photo, okay, where I am standing, I it's quite hard to see that last exit sign at the end of the corridor, right? Okay, maybe my camera was not good. Okay, but if let's say this is the actual situation that you are in, and then you kind of cannot see that sign really clearly, okay, then it's quite obvious the visual distance has exceeded. So you may want to measure again. Probably the sign is too small. If it's standard, okay, fine. Maybe your eyes are not good. Okay. So in a corridor, the spacing between sign to sign is 60 meters. Visibility. This clause discusses on the kind of acceptable sign and the environment that distorts the the visibility of a sign. Okay, it says must be of certain size that is acceptable, distinct color. The design must be visible, okay, and be contrast from the decoration, finishes, the wall, and every other sign. Okay, should not have any decoration, furnishing, or other things, objects that will cause confusion and impair the visibility of that particular sign. Okay, so I have just a few examples here that I just happened to come across. One of which I found on internet, but the other two actually real case scenario. You can see the first one here. This exit sign looks very fancy. Okay, so based on this clause, this sign is not acceptable. Okay, because the red color really doesn't stand out from the black background, and moreover, it's being decorated with something brass, say brass color. So for us who are doing assessing placement of signs or reviewing the material used for exit signs, make sure we uh, inform architects and interior designers of the requirement. I know sometimes interior designers, architects, they get a bit carried away with their uh, creativity, okay, in trying to develop something very beautiful, especially when you come across building which is so-called belong to VVIP, and they'll say they start saying, okay, this one is special case, whatnot. When it comes to safety, we should not negotiate on this. Okay, so you should not have this kind of fancy looking. The next one, the second photo below, you can see there are too many signs on the wall that distracts a person's focus on the sign. Okay, and you can see it's glass, and then the lighting. It's not showing very clearly. Okay, to me this also falls under very fancy kind of sign. Okay, you have bar here, you have stop. It's very bad. You have a sign exit, and below it is stop. It's like get out, but don't get out. Okay. The next sign on this side is the exit door with the sign obscured by the pipe. Okay, so uh, make sure closely monitor construction progress. Okay, you know, in construction sites, we can't really blame installers. Installers, they have workers who just follow as this shop drawing. Whatever is there, they just take the material and they install. So this requires close supervision by site engineers and coordination between different services. Otherwise, we end up like this. Mounting location, it says the discussion is too much, but NFPA 101 has given this illustration, which is easy to understand. instead of looking at the narrative. You can see this is an illustration, a door which has an X width. Okay, so the signs on the top must not be more than 2 meters. The signs on the side must not be more than the width of the door. Okay. All right. Since the code says 2 meters, okay, that's the limit. That's the limit. So if designer can have space here, provide the exit sign below 2 meters, not at the edge. Okay? So in this case, it's really not a good idea to just simply put signs, all over like this above 2 meters. Just put it somewhere here. That'd be nice. This one photo I found say is really high. I don't see a reason for doing this. Okay, when you put it high, it has to be the visibility of the sign still need to be maintained. Okay, not putting at the top, but it's obscured by a lot of overhead services, ducting, every other equipment on the top. Okay, this doesn't meet the intent. Uh, Exit signs on the top probably can be considered in places like shopping mall, okay, the main entrance or whatever, okay, where there is no obstruction on the top. Okay, when you have obstruction on the top overhead, you shouldn't have this kind of installation way too high and obscure. Directional sign. I find this illustration very useful from NFPA 101, which clearly uh, shows their intended application of exit signs and exit directional signs. Okay, the illustration on the left is not wrong. Okay, the illustration on exhibit 7.195 is to show excessive. This is too much. This is not what 101 wants you to do. Okay, even without NFPA showing this illustration, if we go into a space, a room, and we encounter such a numerous exit signs, it's quite obvious you start thinking, okay, this is just too much, right? So NFPA says the correct way, the optimum way is this way, as shown in exhibit 7.196. So what is the thinking process behind this? If a person who is in this area as marked in X, during an evacuation, he is required to move out from where he is. Okay, so it's quite natural that this person will move out to the left. Okay, he can go to the right. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but he can also go to the left. But whichever way he goes, left or right, he then will see the exit sign. Okay, so once he moves this way, he sees the exit sign. Then he has to move to the exit sign. Okay. One, the other thing is to consider is the purpose of intermediate exit sign. If you see a big space, long, you see intermediate exit directional sign. What is the intention of intermediate exit sign? It's meant to tell the evacuee, move from where you are, go to the exit sign. Then he will move to the exit sign, and then he make a decision. Is the exit clear? No. Is there any directional sign? Yes. So he moves on to the next exit directional sign, okay, until he finally gets out from the danger zone. So that's how the exit directional sign is being placed. Exit sign, we use letter or pictogram. You can use either. Okay, but NFPA says once using pictogram is much better because it's international. Okay, I don't think anyone in the world who lives in uh, modern society, unless a person lives in the jungle and he really have no clue, never seen in his life what this sign means. This sign pictogram is just universal. It means you just have to go to this place for you to get out. Okay, but nevertheless, if you want to use exit, fine. The letter exit, and then if you want to add a different language in Arabic, okay, perhaps it's fine. Okay, but I personally concerned about sign that has the same size, and you try to squeeze three things into the same size sign. Okay, a sign that has three things: pictogram, exit in English, and makhraj in Arabic. So you squeeze everything. What happens? Uh, Everything in that small sign, and that sign becomes very small. Okay, so I think it'd be better to be consistent. Uh, in final exit, you put the word exit, okay, with the Arabic probably, and those inside buildings we use pictogram. My personal way of doing, I will do this way. But it's nothing wrong if you start using all exit and Arabic, or all pictogram. No exit, no exit also require a sign. Okay, the sign must say clearly no exit. If it is critical, okay, if it's critical, if you go into a space that has um, multiple doors, okay, and that door actually is being locked, and it goes to let's say a plant room, so you may want to put a sign no exit, so that the evacuee will save time during evacuation. He will not waste his time going that way, and then he found the door is locked, or it's not an exit access door. He has to backtrack his path. Okay. Now comes to the specific rooms. NFPA 70. Okay, this clause it says an electrical space. Okay, need to have door open in the direction of egress and equipped with listed panic hardware. This clause I just pull it out. For those who are not familiar with NFPA 70, I'll just discuss briefly what constitutes electrical equipment. No, yeah, electrical equipment will be anything which is equipment that have electrical energized by electricity, but it's not a room that has a computer. That's not electrical equipment. Okay, they're electronics. Okay, electrical equipment we'll talk about distribution, transmission. Okay, those kind of equipment. And when the equipment rating is 600 volts and more, then that equipment must be in a room called electrical room. If it's 600 599 volts and less, it is just electrical equipment that does not need electrical room. It can be an electrical closet. Okay, so the room doesn't have to be annotated as electrical room. So when it is electrical room, then the next thing that we need to look at is uh, does the current rating 800 ampere or more? If it has rating of 800 ampere or more, then that room must be provided with exit door that has panic hardware. Okay, so that door needs to have exit sign. Why I say this? Does it say needs to have a sign here? No, but if you recall, see the door, the requirement says here exits. Okay, exit. So if we come back here, this door is an exit door from the electrical room. So for electrical room, which has this criteria, it has to be provided with exit sign. Okay. This is one example shown by NFPA 70. So you can see the exit sign provided. Next one is NFPA 2001. Okay. NFPA 2001, Chapter 1, Clause 1.5.1.4.1. Okay. The room must be such that evacuation can be prompt. Okay, means can be facilitated fast. Okay, and then the supplementary text of this clause, A1.5.1.4.1, describes a bit more. Okay, it talks about the routes of exit, provision of directional sign, and the door must be out swinging, self-closing. Okay, so this is the door. This is the extra. Uh, is a discussion from NFPA 2001. So which means clean agent protected room also needs to be provided with an exit sign. Okay. NFPA 20 fire pumps, okay, shall be accessed through an enclosed passageway or an exterior exit. So again, the door from fire pump room also means it needs to have exit sign. Okay, now we come to case study. I will pull out a few uh, case studies to discuss with you. So now I will do. Can you all see this drawing plan,
We can now
Brian?
see the case study too.
Okay. Can you see this? I'm zooming in.
Yes, we can see
Okay.
that one. You're zooming in.
Okay, this is an office, not a high office, just G plus one. I have done a sample placement of exit sign. I will explain to you why my take on this building. I have provided the exit sign as few as this, and it actually meets NFPA 101. So you can see there is a staircase on the right, staircase on the left, and this center staircase is not a exit stair, it's a connecting stair, just for convenience. I zoom into staircase number 3. Okay, I assume this stair. Okay, this stair cannot be without exit sign because for this to qualify not having an exit sign, this needs to be main entrance door. So this is not a main entrance door. So it can never be a door without exit sign. Okay, so one exit sign here inside the staircase. So then you have one exit sign here outside the stair because this to identify the staircase here. Okay. Now then there is a corridor here, very long corridor. Why I will provide here? Because I made a common path of travel, okay, and I found out that from this point there should be two-way exit, okay, two-way exit. So from here, okay, I need to move right or left. But because the exit sign here is not obvious, I will put one exit directional. Okay. Do I put another sign here? No, because this way I can still move out naturally. If I see this is not usable, I will naturally move to the left. Okay, there is no way that I don't go to the left. Remember, if it's the other consideration is if you really don't know where to go, because now you know where to go. You either go to the right or you go to the left, unless there's another way here going to the front. Then you are confused. Do I go straight or do I go left? Okay, so here no, you have no other option, right or left. If the evacuee were to go to the left, then it's fine. I also will not provide a sign because I could see the exit main entrance. So in this case, I will just leave it as one sign here and meet the NFPA 101. This is the main entrance external door. I will come in from here. I will definitely go out from here. So I don't need any exit sign here. Now on the staircase number 1, I have the same provision. I put one sign here, and I will put one sign outside. Likewise for this, one sign here and one sign below. Then I will measure look at this. This is corridor, right? Okay, it's 41 meters. And then I measure from here to this. The actual corridor is just here, which is 24 meters. It's less than 30 meters. If this were to be a corridor of 60 meters, then probably I need one sign here. So because it is less than 30 meters viewing distance, so if I were to get out from here, I'm here, I can see this, and I can also see the exit sign, no, sorry, exit door, which is very clear. Okay. Okay, so here, if you were to stand here, okay, your visual will be blocked by this obstruction. Okay, if you were to come up from here, I can see this one. Okay, but I am being obstructed by this because if I were to stand here, then I cannot see. Okay, do I put a sign? No, because from this point, I can still move out here and I'm still within the 91 meter travel distance. Okay, the travel distance limits for a business occupancy is 30 meters common path, 50 meters dead end, and 91 meters for two-way travel distance. So I'm still fine. So I have to get out. I can see this sign, but if this exit is being rendered unusable, I can still go to the right. I have to go to the right because that's my natural way out. If I were to go straight, I will still see this exit. Right. So now is first floor. Okay, let's do this together. The first thing I will do is I will put signs on the obvious. So I need sign here. Okay. And I need sign in this staircase. At this staircase, not in. Okay. Where else do I need? Okay. Okay. So I'm fine with that. So this will be the same scenario that we have at the ground level. So which means I will need to put one sign here, directional. Okay. One direction there. Okay, where else do I go? Okay, let's say you are in this training room. Okay, what is the travel? What is the common path? Is 30 meters. So what I'll do is I will measure. Okay, so I have until here is 20 meters. Okay. Until here is 30 meters. So where will be the next sign that I will have to provide? If this 30 meters is until here, okay, the other 30-meter point is here. One is here, one is here. That means I'm quite lost as to where I go, right? So I should have one more sign here. Okay. Here is a bit different from down because down you have an exit here. Okay, the layout is a bit different, not the same. Okay. From here, I would have seen the exit. Okay, but here I cannot see the exit. Okay, the exit is one more exit is here. Then I will measure the corridor. Okay, this corridor, this length until here. That is 20 meters. Then I will try to measure all the way from this point all the way until here. 40 meters. Okay. So since the person will have this extended distance here, one more directional sign should be provided here. Okay. So if this sign is here, okay, then I'm still within. I cannot stand here. Okay, I don't have to put a sign here. Because the 30 meters will not be here. Okay, where is the 30 meters? So we have here from this sign. Okay. He will get out. Worst case, he will get out until here. My visual sign, my visual from here to here, from here to here is all within 30 meters. So one sign here is fine. Okay. This one then comes here, and then you, because there are two-way here, one more sign should be provided here. Okay. Now this will be a long corridor. Okay. You may want to also do a check. It is 70. Okay. So if you have a sign, if you guide, so which means this is 35 meters, and you have a sign here, you have a sign here. So which means your viewing distance are still within 30 meters viewing distance. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 signs. Okay. This is the roof. This is very simple. Here you just put one sign here. Okay. You should not put a sign like this. Not like this. Okay. It should be like this. That's all for this, for the roof. Okay. But you can see the roof is quite big. As we measured just now is just an estimate. 77. Okay. So you may have to provide sign. Okay. So again, it's 30 meters. Okay. So you provide one sign here. Can you put a sign like this? No, because this is an open roof. Okay. So in NFPA, if the space has no way to provide wall mounted, you can put on the side. Okay, with an arrow. Okay. So you run And measure again, how much is this? 54. Okay, so you need to provide one more so that it is, no, one more is here. Put it on the wall, side mounted like this, and showing the arrow that way. Okay, so you have 1, 2, 3. So this is for this case study. Let me open one more. Can you share? Can you see this?
Yes, we can see the
Yes, 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 we see.
Okay. This will be a bit complicated, but I'll just try to show how, again, your approach. Okay, the approach is to always identify the obvious. Okay, the obvious will be, let me reduce this. Staircase, identify staircases. Okay, so provide here. Provide here. Okay, provide here. These are the obvious. Okay, these are external doors, exit doors, but not main entrance external. So you cannot skip from having exit signs on these doors. Then you have the main entrance, obvious main entrance. So if you want to provide, no problem. But if you want to omit it, yeah, it's fine, because these are the external main entrance door, which are glazed. Okay, so even if it's opaque, you actually, whether it's opaque door or glaze, that's not a criteria. Is it a main entrance and external? Yes. Is that obvious? You come in, from there, and you actually know that that's the only door that people regularly enter the space. Is this yes? Okay, that's the exit door, main exit, external door. Then you look for, okay, electrical rooms. Okay, assuming this is an electrical room, so provide one here. Why I say assuming it's an electrical room? Well, sometimes rooms are annotated as electrical room because there's a consumer distribution board, but that's not the case. Okay, but let's say for case study sake, we assume, yeah, this is correctly annotated as electrical room. So we have one more here. Okay. Let's say IDF room is clean agent protected. So you also have one here. Okay. That's all. Sometimes BMS room is clean agent, sometimes not. Assuming it's not, so we don't need one. Now, so let's now analyze. Okay, this is auditorium. Okay, auditorium such as big as this, you need to have not less than 3 if there are 500 persons, or 4 exits if there are 1,000 persons or more. So there are 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 exits. Okay, going out all the way out. Okay. So this is also an exit door. So you need to provide one here. Also an exit door, provide one here. Okay. Another one, exit door. then you can see this is a corridor. Okay, pull out your ruler, measure 40. So you don't need anything in the center. Okay, you don't need any intermediate. That's the whole corridor is 40. Otherwise, it should have been 60. Sine to sine 60. Okay, so it's fine. Okay, let's say you are already covering, you have provided exit signs for all the identified exits. Now, let's say we assume one case here. Okay. Okay, this guy comes out. Okay, measure. How much? 12 meters. So the common path, this is common path from this room. Okay. It's a storeroom. Usually we use a store that is, I think, 122 meters storeroom. Okay. So it's fine. No, storeroom, let me check. Do a quick check. Storeroom is 30 meters. Okay. So which means if the person is inside here, he is covering a common path within 30 meters. There isn't a need for exit sign here. So he comes out here, then he will see this sign. So he will get out. Does he need to get out this way? No, because the travel distance is until 30 meters. So if I were to measure all the way like this, how much is that? 17 meters. Okay. So he doesn't, the person in this storeroom doesn't need to have two-way because one common path is already more than enough. So let's take this particular room. Okay. Because along the way is an internal corridor until he comes out here, then he can probably see this exit sign, this exit door, sorry. So let's measure. Okay, common path of travel from this BMS room all the way until this point is 26 meters, and is still within the common path travel limit of acceptable 30 meters, okay, for a sprinkler protected building. So there isn't a need for signs here, signs here, signs here, okay? That's one. Second, there isn't any other way out from this space other than following these routes. Okay, so that's fine. Now it's coming to 51 minutes. Let me see. I think I have some photos that I can share. Are you seeing this photo?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
No.
Okay, I will open some photos to share with you. Okay. I will share some photos now. Can you see this photo?
Yes, we can see now the photos.
Okay. So this an example of science I consider a bit too much. It's fine to keep. But if there is a chance to design the placement of sign, then in my opinion, this placement is excessive. Because I get out here, I can see this and I also see this. So if if you have to delete one, you can start off with this one, okay? And then you see for yourself if you need to delete this. Because if you are walking out from a room and you are still within your common path travel limit, and you reach here, and then you can see the exit there, this also can be omitted. This next room is a small room, which also I find this exit sign so unnecessary. Again, I'm not saying it's wrong. Means it should have not required for this particular room because it's small and the common path of traverse is way below the limit of 30 meters for an office. Okay. Take note of the sign directional, which is supposed to be arrow up, not arrow down. Okay. This also another example where I find the exits placement just too much. This is supposed to be exit sign, but the sticker is not there yet. So you can see one here, and the other one there. So 3 within a short distance. You can have it, okay, but these signs could have been omitted. This sign, when you place sign, make sure it makes a lot of sense. This one actually pointing to the wall. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay. People will know that that's not your intention, but try to be more sensible. Okay. The person who is installing signs need to ask, why is this sign pointing to the wall? Okay. Contractors, installers should not, blindly provide sign because it is in the drawing. Does it make sense going to the wall? I have other photos. How come it's not showing? Oh, okay. Uh, this is an obvious main external door. Okay, that does not require exit sign. So this is fine. This is exit sign in the toilet. Okay, I don't see a need for this exit sign, but again, it has been provided. It's fine, but just have in mind, toilets are small. Okay, very rare you find big toilets unless it's in a gymnasium, stadium. Okay, even in the malls, you don't see big toilets. Okay, toilets that are all within the common path of travel. This is a sign that is pointing down. It's also not right. It should be pointing up. But the problem with this is the door is completely camouflaged with the wall. Okay, completely camouflaged. Unless I'm sure if you see this, you'll be hesitant. Should I go in? Should I not? Yeah, there is a sign, but the other criteria for the door, it has to be a door that is obvious. It looks like a door that's meant to be for evacuation. Okay. How about this one? This is I found this when I went for a holiday. So I found this shop has 2 exit signs. Okay, 2 exit sign at the same, almost the same spot, and the orientation is that way. So I'm thinking, we cannot have this. Okay. So try, but you have to avoid installing signs like this. Not try, but you have to maybe because it really makes no sense. Right. Let's go back to PowerPoint. So I end my presentation. We can have a Q&A in the next few minutes. Any questions we can discuss now.
I would ask anyone if you want to ask some question, please unmute and then ask the presenter, please.
It's probably take several attempts to design stair signs, exit signs before you know reach to a point where you really place your signs optimally. Okay, but the requirements that guides us into correct placement of signs are really not many, just a few. Okay, and with these few requirements from 101, taking into account the common path of travel, you will be able to come up with an optimum placement of exit signs. Okay. I suggested to SFP for this topic because uh, I think I have not really came across exit sign placement that is really optimum. Okay, very often it's just uh, overkill. Probably just want to be safe because there is a bit confusion. How do we place signs? Okay, at every turn, when there's a turn, I make a sign. Every turn there's a sign. No, that's not the case, because I look at the example, just the simple example illustration given in 101, where it shows looking at this. Okay, it's already quite clear the intended the expectation from us when we design the placement. Okay, if no questions, feel free to
I
write.
have.
Yeah, go on.
Hi, good morning, Anizam. My name is Chris.
Yes, Chris.
I just came across one project. Is there any requirement for a stadium? I'm talking about the attic level where we have a catwalk. Do you require, or what is the requirement in putting a signage on this one?
Catwalk, yeah, because catwalk is if the person uh, cannot find his way out from where he is, you have to provide. There's no exception. Anywhere in a space that a person will not have an obvious way out, he exit sign is provided. Exit sign or directional. We cannot always assume the guy always work there. He knows where to get out. Okay, because in evacuation, a mistake by an evacuee will cause can lead to a disaster. You cannot make a mistake, and that mistake I'm talking about is going to the wrong direction. Okay, have in mind, guys. Flash over happens at 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes only, and then we people can get overwhelmed with smoke first. So to get out is during an evacuation is something that needs to minimize uh, error during evacuation as much as possible.
So that means somehow we can also follow the 30-meter ruler, shall we say?
Yeah, yeah. If it's
Okay.
a long catwalk, okay, then you can apply the 30 meters. 30 meters visual. So if you have a long catwalk, so the spacing of sign to sign is 60 meters.
Okay.
Provided your sign is of the standard size. The standard size I'm talking about is the one that we always see. That's a standard size. Anything smaller than you see, this is a bit small, you know. So you need to find out what is the visual distance. It could be less than 30 meters.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any more questions? I see Mr. George Nagal has raised his hand a while ago. Do you still have any questions, sir?
Just want to ask, sir, with regards to the arrow marking for the exit sign, especially going to staircase down.
Mhm.
Supposedly there is an arrow which is up and down in correct position, isn't it? It should be
Yes.
going down. The arrow should be going down, not in the up.
Yes. If the staircase goes down, you put a. If you are using pictogram, okay, it should have the arrow down. Going up is always going through, going forward, going through. If the passage after the door is going straight, the arrow is going up. But if the passage is going down after the door, then the arrow should go down.
So it should be before the staircase and not along the pathway.
Yes. At the point where you are saying the staircase behind this door is going down. Because
Okay, noted.
staircase, because sometimes people, when they doing evacuation, they get panic. They open the door. Do I go up? Do I go down? Okay. Normally we will go down. Okay. So you want to be sure. You tell them behind this door is an exit there. You need to go down.
Noted. Thank you. So
Yeah.
it is the maximum distance from signage to another signage should be 30,
16.
60 for
Yeah.
both, for both.
Yes.
Okay, noted. Thank you.
Welcome.
Are there any more questions? If there are no more, uh, we just would like to thank you, Mr. Nisam, for giving us this webinar and for giving us additional knowledge and a refresher knowledge if it is not additional knowledge for some. So for the participants who have joined, we would like to thank you for joining us, and your names, it's not like we have already told you to just put your full name
Hello?
for the. Yes, Sarah. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can I have a question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, hello, Nisam. Good morning.
Good morning. Who's this?
I'm Edwin.
Edwin. Yes, Edwin. Go on.
Okay, based on your presentation, because you said that the location of the signage or directional sign will be, the reference will be the travel distance, right?
Yes.
Okay. Since the travel, the common path of travel, okay?
Yeah.
Because if you are in the small room, in the room, going on the exit access of the corridor, and you're traveled in the common path, let's say you meet that common path of 30 meters. Okay. Once you meet the common path with going from the corridor, do you need to provide the directional sign?
Yes. The first
Directional
thing.
sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Then the
person.
directional sign, remember the definition of common path, when you see the two exit, right? It is a traverse path from when there's a point that you can see the two remote exit.
Yes.
That is the common path, right?
Correct.
It's a path of traverse going to the exit access.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, what kind of directional sign that you will place?
Okay. If
It
a
will be
person.
the two direction or only one direction,
Okay.
directional sign.
Okay. If a person comes out from a space or a room and he goes out from the office. He can't see the exit sign. Do you
Okay.
place, do we place exit directional there? No, not yet, not yet.
Okay.
He needs to cover the 30-meter limit that is permitted. Okay, so he keeps going. Okay, I will measure until 30-meter point, and when he is at the 30-meter point, does he see the exit very clearly in straight line? If he can see them, fine. No additional directional sign required because the two have been provided with exit sign, and he can see. Fine. But if at that same point he cannot see, okay, he has two options, but he cannot see the exit. So directional sign needs to be provided so that he can see, so he can see where he needs to go. If I pull out my example again,
Yes, especially the common path of travel from the point of the like a small room, right?
yeah, I'll show you example.
Especially in the case study.
Yes, I show this case study because I feel it's a bit simple. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So we get out from here.
Yeah,
Okay,
this one.
this one. I get out from here, and the 30-meter limit is this one, or the 30-meter limit is here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So there are two way of 30-meter limit. One is this area, and the other one is this area. So we take one by one. If I'm standing here now at the 30-meter point, I cannot see the exit. It's blocked by this, right?
Okay.
So the person, this is the limit for him. Okay. So, but it's a limit for common path of travel only. It's not a limit of what do you call it? Two-way. So at this point, he should know where he should go. So therefore, in my opinion, the directional sign should come from here, should be here. So from here, he comes here and he knows that on the right is the nearest. So he's going out this way. Okay. And the next point is the second option. So in my opinion, at this point, directional signs need to be provided to tell him where the other exit is. So the other exit is going through here. Okay. So it should be one here and should be one here. That's in my opinion.
Okay.
Then once you have that, if the designer feel he wants to put additional, okay, he can provide intermediate, maybe here, here. But as far as, in my opinion, optimum sign, it will be just like this. The guy coming out from here, he will see this sign, he will get out from here. Likewise, he comes out here, he can see that sign, and he can also see this sign. So here, maybe you can orientate it like this. Okay, remove this sign. So we can come here and he can also see. Okay.
Sabi nyo, nasa inyo na yung kwento.
Oo.
Sabi.
Sabi, sige, sabi, text mo ako pag nandiyan.
Right. But you can also place the signage, the directional sign on the center. This one, because you have the corridor that you will be turning right, right?
Yeah.
Then you can
Yeah.
provide also the directional sign here.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
This one.
You can
Because
provide.
this is the two-way. You can go directly or you can go to this other way. But the problem, what kind of signage that you can place here?
If
What
the
is
person,
directional?
if the person wants, if the architect wants to provide one more here, it's fine. This extra, you can put one here.
You can extra for this one because this is the nearest, right?
You
can
provide here,
signage
then
here.
put one, yeah, put one arrow here.
Yeah. Then give direction to the right.
Yes. Okay, you can do that.
Yeah, this one. I was confused with it. Right.
Okay. how much is this? This is 30 meters. Okay, so 30 meters. If the person comes out here, okay, then he can see this, and then when he reach here, this point is also within the 30-meter range.
If this is 30 meters for this one, okay. Yeah, this one. It's better that provide here so that they can direct the occupant going to the right, because I see that
Okay.
this is more shorter
Yes.
going to the exit, going to the staircase.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
One.
I think, like I said, the approach is always identify the obvious
So,
areas
yeah,
that you need to provide exit signs. Okay.
that,
Then you
that is the
start
purpose
putting
of
additional.
directional sign.
Yes.
Okay. That is the purpose of directional sign. Okay. Any more question? How about the bright background? It is allowed? The bright background, the glossy background
The
of the exit sign.
background.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
background.
on the wall.
No, not on the wall. The signage itself, the pictures itself. You have the directional sign to the exit sign. Sometimes they provide the like that, the bright background or the glossy background. Remember, there's a lot of exit signages that the background is not contrasting with the word exit.
Okay, if that's the case, then I will close this one first.
Especially the white background or the glossy. Remember the glossy background?
Look at this visibility.
The other one, the visibility, yeah. This
Yeah.
one.
Okay. So it must be clear. It must be obvious. It should not have any distraction around the exit sign. Okay. There could be many signs, in the market that not, very obvious. You have, I'm sure you have come across.
Okay.
And I think science is preferable to be just simple and obvious style, not anything which is fancy. Sometimes a fancy sign can also give the impression that, are you serious? Or is it just somebody who came along and just provide one sign here? That you become hesitant. But if it's a standard design, color, and size that everybody knows. For example, now you come across, let's say, you put red. Okay. Yeah, it's permitted in NFPA, okay, but it's not common in this country. So when the designer places a red exit sign, then evacuees will become hesitant. Is it? Are you sure? Maybe red means stop, don't get in. Just like the traffic signal, green go, red stop. Okay, so we are not the country is not used to red exit sign, so nobody should use red sign. It should be just green standard.
Okay. Hey, thank you, Nisang.
Thank you, Edwin, at this time.
We have actually one more question. Mr. Ver Trinidad, can you
Yes.
elaborate your question?
Hi, Isam.
Hey, bro.
How are you doing?
Not bad, yeah.
Regarding your sample, I saw there's a stairs going down except for the staircase. In the middle, there's a stair.
Yeah.
In the sample that you provided, the
I guess he was referring to the case study.
case study.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
So
one.
there's a stairs.
Mhm.
It's open to the bottom. And
Yes.
So do you need any signage because people might?
Okay. This opening, this staircase. Let me rephrase. This arrangement in this building, this opening void, falls under communicating space. Communicating space. Okay. Communication space permit the open stair to be used as an exit stair with some condition. Okay, the condition will be the occupant from this level, first level, and the ground level must be added to size the stair door, no, not stair door, the exit door at the ground level. Okay, so then this, and provided also the communicating space from the first level has at least one protected stair. So in that case, if the connecting stair, open stair, is going to be used as part of the evacuation, yes, then you provide a sign above this stair. But in this case, the building has not designed this staircase to be part of egress, even though it's a communicating space, because there are already two protected staircases, and the occupant load not up to 500. So two staircases are just fine. You get my point?
Yeah, thank you, Nizam.
Okay, welcome.
Boss Nizam,
Yeah.
last question,
Yes, Oli.
Orly. This is a very elementary question. It's about human behavior in emergencies. Now, everybody is aware that it is very difficult to know how people will react in case of emergency. Now, when it comes to dead end aisles, is it permitted from the local code to install not an exit signs?
Uh, not necessary, but the no exit here, if you look at this, it's talking about a door, passage, or there is neither an exit nor a way of exit stairs. Yes, looks like you need to provide no exit. Yes, because it covers passage. So a door, the passage, and also a staircase. Yes, you need to provide.
Okay.
Okay.
Noted. Thank you, boss. Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Are there any more questions?
Nizam, one more question. Sorry.
Yes.
To take this opportunity, because I'm now dealing with temporary offices and also newly under construction.
Yeah.
So my question is, this section of the NFPA 101, can it be used for temporary exits and also during constructions? Because the consultant is using this actually as a reference for temporary office and under construction.
Okay, I think temporary needs to be defined also. I think in NFPA, if it's the temporary, so-called temporary site office is more than 6 months, it is no longer a temporary site office. So it's a permanent office. Okay. So if that's the case, yeah, nothing wrong to provide exit sign in accordance with this particular clause 7.10.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Hisam.
Morning, guys. Yes, who's this?
I'm Ben.
Ben.
I would like to know in the exit directional signage in the storage occupancy. Sometimes in the storage occupancy there are less than 9 persons. Still, that there is a presentation that every aisle there is an exit. Still applicable if there's less than 9 people.
Yes, because the travel distance needs to be followed. There is no assumption of exit signs and directional sign in any occupancy. It's just that NFPA has mentioned to us where you need to provide your exit sign, staircase, exit doors on the ground, okay, and some selected rooms like fire pump, clean agent room, and electrical room. Then you have a situation where the way to those exits are not obvious. That's where you need to think about how to provide the intermediate signs as a way to show people the way out is here, the way out is here. Okay. So as for storeroom or warehouses, There isn't any assumption to it. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
Are there any more questions from the group? If there is none,
This
yep,
this
sorry.
one exhibit 7.195, because sometimes I follow up question on this. Sometimes most of the stories they have only 3 person or 4 person. They are familiar to their premises. Still, this exhibit 7.195 is still accept to be implemented.
Not 195, but the sign should be according to 7.196, like this.
Okay, thank you.
What? Yeah, 195 is not wrong. It's just too much. Okay. Too much.
Maybe
196.
I'm late. I'm late to open.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, 196 is the optimum, not 195.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm late to attend the meeting.
Okay, no problem. Okay. I think if there's no other questions, you guys know you can always raise questions to me through SFPA. Then we can share the discussion openly in SFPA Qatar Facebook. That way, everybody can also get access to the question and answer. Okay. I think most of you are on WhatsApp group. Okay. Raise those questions to SFP member. Then we will get someone who want to volunteer to address those technical inquiry, and then we share it in Facebook. Why? Because Facebook will be a better way to demonstrate. Okay, we have this active discussion happening. WhatsApp group, then you have that discussion. After that, after 6 months, you will struggle trying to find somebody asked that question 6 months ago. Then you scroll down the whole of WhatsApp group. So if you have technical inquiries, raise to the members of, I think Ollie or Brian, they can post it into Facebook, and anybody can respond to the inquiry. Anybody. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Boss Nizam. So we will
problem.
expect another presentation from you for smoke management system.
Okay.
We will schedule it next week or next year.
We'll talk about it.
Okay then.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
Nisam.
everybody.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you,
Thank you,
SFPA.
Nisam.
Thank you, Mr. Nisam. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Thank you. Very good. Thank you. Bye.